Welcome to another video tutorial. In this tutorial, I'm going to be covering how to apply CSS. And there's actually three ways that you could apply CSS. And those are inline, embedded, and external. And I'm going to be talking about each one of them and showing you example. So let's get started. I'm going to first show you the inline. So inline is basically applying style sheet directly into the HTML tag. So for instance, you got a paragraph tag and you say inline, and you have a text called inline, and then also a paragraph tag. Say you want to style this particular paragraph tag using the inline method. Well, basically, as I said before, inline method is where you apply it directly. So every HTML element has a style attribute. And within that, you could apply your CSS syntax. Say for instance, I want to change the color of this text, paragraph text, to blue. I would apply the CSS syntax like that, and it will change the color of this particular text to blue. And you could see that's blue. And you can pretty much apply this way to any HTML tag because it has a style attribute. It's a global attribute. It's part of every HTML element. So then you could say I want to change the font size to 20 pixel. And then close it and say inline is so cool. And then you close the h1 header tag. It's done. And it will change this particular text to 20 pixel, font size to 20 pixel. There you go. So that's pretty much it. Just applying CSS syntax right into the HTML tag, and that's what's called inline styling. I highly recommend that you don't use this method because you're not separating presentation from content. So avoid using this method. Next we'll be looking at embedded, just another way of applying CSS to your HTML document. So now that you know what an inline styling is, we're going to take a look at the next way to apply CSS to your HTML document, and that's called embedded. So with embedded, it's somewhat similar to inline. It's still going to be under your HTML document, but instead of applying to your tag directly into your tag, you're going to go under the head section of your HTML document, and you're going to create a tag called style, and this is provided by HTML. And make sure that's under the head section, otherwise it won't work. So under you created tag name style, and here you would create your CSS. Say for instance, I got a paragraph. So if I go back to the body section and I say paragraph embedded is the topic today for this video. Let's say that. Okay. So if I go back in this style and I say paragraph, and I want to set the color :blue, it will change the color of this particular text to blue. If I go into design, and there you go. So we could pretty much do that to any HTML tag. We could say embedded is better than inline, and then we come back into your style section, and then you say h1, say color red. There you go. So that's basically it. Just creating under the head section of your HTML document a style tag, and then within that you apply your CSS syntax. And this is much better than obviously inline, because you don't have to individually apply to the HTML tag. Instead of you have one place where you have all your styling. But I still don't recommend this particular way of styling your HTML, because with embedded is that it's still in your HTML document. You're still not separating presentation from content. So we're going to be take a look at the next way to style your HTML document, and it's probably the best method to use when styling your HTML document. Now that we have taken a look at inline styling, embedded styling, we're going to take a look at the third way to style your HTML document, and that is called external styling. And with internal and embedded, you will realize that all the stylings are done within the HTML document. So any styling that you do with those two methods will only apply to that particular document that where the style resides. So with external is that you will realize that you could apply across different pages. So let's get started. So I'm gonna go create a new file, CSS file. So this is the external file, meaning that all the style sheets are going to be kept in a different file, and I'm going to name this as, say, main.cs main, and this is the file format is going to be a style sheet, and style sheet has the extension .css, and I'm going to save this. So now I have my style sheet, and then I have my HTML document. So I want to use all the styles that are within this style sheet file, and I want to apply it to this HTML document, but they're not connected. So how do I do that? Well, you go into the header section, and it has to be in the header section of the HTML document. You have a tag called link, and link tag allows you to link the HTML and CSS together. So link, and you want to say relation equals, I want to say it's style sheet, I want to say type, and it's text / CSS. I want to say which styles do I want to link to, and since this particular style sheet is also within the same folder where the HTML document is located, I'm just going to say main.css. So now both the file, the style sheet, and the HTML document are linked. Then, make sure you close that. Now let's try it out. Say I have a paragraph. External is so cool. Then I would go into the main, say if for selector P, I want to apply color blue. And you will realize this one will have a text color of blue, and there you go. So that's basically it, just separating the both presentation and the content. You have your CSS file in CSS properties and syntax in different file in the CSS file called main.css, and then you have your HTML document. And the best thing about this is that you could take this particular code and create a new HTML document. Say I'm going to create a new HTML document, and I'm going to copy this particular code, and I'm going to put it right here, and I'm going to create a paragraph, say hello world. You will realize that this text will be blue. That's because I didn't put it under the body section. So now that should work. Main.css. Let me save it as say trial 2, and see, there you go. Once I save it in the same folder, it will automatically apply. So that's basically, so you can pretty much take this code and put it in any HTML document. it will automatically apply all the stylings that the HTML document is referring to, and that's one of the major benefit of using this kind of styling method. And you're keeping the presentation and content separate, the reusability. So that's basically what external styling is, and I hope you understood every single tutorial on this video. I hope that everything was crystal clear, and please go see my next video. Thank you. Bye.